So how's it going, guys? Haven't made a video in a long time, so thought maybe I should make a new video or keep you guys updated on what's going on here with this place. So, the house. That's all we've been working on lately besides real work. It's all white. It's all house wrapped, as you can see. The roof, see that felt up there? Right there. That's actually, we used some of that roof felt as house wrap for one little part, but there. And you see it? I don't know. I absolutely love that American flag design on the underlayment for the roof. Kind of makes me sad to cover it up with steel here in a couple of days. By the way, we're putting the steel on the roof in a couple of days. Slate gray. I don't know. It looks different in different lights as far as the color, but it's kind of a lighter gray color, a little bit of blue in it. Trying to go for that galvanized look because it's an old farmhouse look to this house, but true galvanized or even the Galvalume roofing, steel roofing, leaves a lot to be desired as far as longevity because it's not painted. So the paint is what they warranty. Without paint, they can't warranty the steel very well. And so, you know, if your roof paint has a 50-year warranty, okay, your steel roof's going to last at least 50 years. And if it doesn't, they're going to replace it for free. So the problem with galvanized or Galvalume roofing, there's two different styles, as there's no paint, so it has a very limited amount of warranty. And obviously without any paint coverage or even that chemical coverage that they say is in Galvalume, there's nothing actually protecting that steel like paint. So anyways, as far as the house update, I'll give you a little walk around. Obviously, our garage is in place. Kept pointing to this part of the house for many videos, and it's here. It's considered a 3-car garage in our estimation. We've got a nice wide 18 by 8 foot door there, and 9 by 8 foot door there, which, by the way, 9 is the width, 8 obviously is the height. So hopefully we can pull in 1 vehicle in this spot, 2 over here where my truck's at. The truck's kind of in a weird position just because of the fact that still got a pretty good sized bunk of 2x4s sitting over here to use up. We have some interior walls to finish yet, some bracing to finish inside in the ceilings and such. And then we also have a little door here. I call this the side-by-side door. It's a 6 foot by just 7 foot, and it's literally just for pull the side-by-side in here. Our current setup at home, in our original home, we have to open up one of our big doors to pull it in, and you have to sneak it beside my wife's vehicle without running into it. I'm sure that's never happened. So obviously the laundry room there is this part here. For a long time we just stopped there. It was straight across, no other part of the structure here. This whole section's on a slab, just because of, I guess I wouldn't want to build a garage over a basement. That'd be a lot of work, and it's a lot cheaper, obviously. Now, obviously the house, you guys have seen this many a times. It is wrapped, so it kind of takes away from some of the grandness of the windows and such, but it's keeping the moisture out. We've got the roof underlayment on. It's just glorious. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, we're planning to put on steel this coming weekend. Got a crew of guys set up for that, and it's going to be hopefully good weather for that day because it's a 612 pitch on this, and it's scary enough when it's not wet, or, you know, covered in dew. So if there's a rainfall or something that day, we probably won't be able to do what we want to do, but we're planning for that anyways. So because of the fact that we're all wrapped now, the only openings we have are our overhead doors, and the wind blows in here and brings in all this outdoors into the house. So I had to run the leaf blower a few times and blow this all out of the house because there's no other place to blow it out than out the doors. Where normally, if we didn't have this wrap, we could just sweep it out any of the walls, or excuse me, any of the doorways. One of the other neat things that's done finally is our stairs. Got stairs going down to our basement, and we've got stairs going up to our loft. Losing my lighting. And my wife's been painting the floors. Alright, so we're down on the basement level. This is the walkout side of the basement. Main story. And you can't see the loft actually from my vantage point. We do have a cantilever here in this room off our kitchen. Here's what I was going to show you. I had to build a retaining wall to retain all that dirt that's up there, backfilling around the house, you know, the garage and the laundry room part of the house. So right now, I don't know how well it picks up on camera, but this is all just kind of dug out here. I had to dig way back in there to be able to build this up without it constantly caving down on me. I'm gonna kind of let it just naturally fall down, and then whatever needs to be cleaned out, you know, if it starts to go over the little retaining wall, I'll clean it out, because obviously we can't have it coming down to this level. The leaves are hiding it, but it can't cover up the bottom of the basement walls there, because it's not concrete. It's actually finished, you know, it's gonna be finished with siding. It's OSB right now for the sheathing with house wrap over it, obviously, and we need it to be, it can't be buried. I need it to stay dry. So been working on doing our hooking into our our perimeter tile. We got one here. It comes right out. Actually has to come underneath that wall. It comes out along here, drops out down there, and got one. I actually still need to hook it up there, but it's laying over there underneath those leaves. Our old house, we dealt with a lot of water problems in our basement. Old farmhouse, old Michigan style basement, stone walls and such, and it seeps water. So I'm sure there's no perimeter tile around it, because I've never found an outlet where it could be possibly going or coming from or going to. And so we wrapped this house around with a perimeter tile. And of course, the view of the woods, the creek. That's what it's all about. Hey, you might notice I cleaned up the trash pile out there. Would you look at that? There's a house in the forest. So this is what's happening. I'm putting out my soffit. I started on a ground level soffit area, because if I'm gonna learn, I better learn where it's easy to work off of step ladders, not be working off of extension ladders to get up to that soffit or that gable end. That's gonna be real interesting. I think we have to put a plank on top of the peak of this mudroom, bring it out, put a ladder, or build some sort of a 2x4 cross to hold it up. It's gonna be tricky. And then put a ladder on the plank to get up to the peak of that gable. So that'll be real fun. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos to learn how to build bird boxes, which I guess is what you call that little box there at the end of the gable. My subcontractor laughed at me when I said bird box. He said, I just call it a box, but whatever. So that's what we're getting done, folks. It's slow but sure, and it's gonna happen. This is boring and tedious, but necessary. So I'm putting up soffit and fascia. That's the step we're at right now. And it's November 7th. Yeah, November 7th today. It's like 72 degrees out. This sweatshirt's actually making me sweat a little bit. The sweatshirt works out good. And just real thankful for this beautiful weather to be able to get some of this outside work finished. And so that's the step we're at right now, is trying to finish up all the outside work. You kind of see here, here's one of the windows I just recently put in. As you can see, I'm putting up the soffit and fascia. I'm on the east side of the house now, the west side, all the west eaves are finished. I've got all the gables to do all the way around the house. Now I'm working around onto the east side of the house. Try and get it kind of tight before winter sets in. So. That, with everything else I've shown you in the videos, is pretty much where we're at. Like I mentioned before, I'm working by myself now. My family's around to help me occasionally when I need them. But I've sent my subcontractors off. I don't really want to keep paying those guys to do the work. This is all stuff that I can do. And that's how we're going to be able to afford to build what we're building for the amount of money we're spending. We're not spending a lot on labor. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I just filled up the generator with gas. It's always a mess. I love these Honda generators, but they fill up with gas when you're pouring out of a can real quickly at the end, and you can't hardly stop pouring fast enough. But hopefully this is the last time I have to fill this thing up with gas and use it, because according to the electric company, they're coming tomorrow to put the meter into the meter base and trench across the field from the pole over there, which I don't think you can see very well, all the way across to the other side of my work truck, where the meter base, or not the meter base, but the pad mount transformer will set. So hopefully by this time tomorrow I've got power out here from the electric company and not from the Honda. Okay, let's see if we have power. Woohoo! We do. Pretty cool. So you can see the trench line out there through the field. Power company just set that pad mount transformer today and trenched the line out there to the pole, and then set the meter. Which if I don't keep this plugged in very long, we only have 1 kilowatt hour on there, so better unplug it real fast to save money. And now our garage doors are on. And it's really, really dark in here. Normally this time of the day it's still pretty good amount of daylight coming in, and now it's really dark. I'm gonna have to like turn on the generator already. Crazy. And today we're setting up scaffolding so I can finish the soffit and eaves across the top of the 2-story part of our house. So it's like 21 feet up to the bottom of the fascia board, and I don't have any tall extension ladders, so using scaffolding. And just finished installation of an entry door, which will be nice for coming into the garage. No longer will we have to open up an overhead door. Like, that's the main one we've been actually coming in and out of a lot. We got 2 other entry doors. We got a 5-foot wide, they actually call it a double door. I call it a French door because that's the style door it is in my opinion. And then another just regular 36-inch entry door. The 36 entry door goes at the other end of the house. That 5-foot door goes actually down in the basement. And I'm not getting those tonight, but hopefully we'll get to those soon. And yeah, we're moving right along, buttoning it up for the winter. So that pretty much brings us to the end of this video of updates. No, it's been a little while since the last one, as far as the house video. It's slow going at this point. Like I mentioned earlier, my subcontractors are done with their part, and it's pretty much all on my shoulders now at this point to finish things up. So currently I'm working on soffit and fascia up on the, I guess you'd call it the 2nd story above ground. Technically there's a basement underneath this, so it's technically the 3rd story, but that's the 2nd story above elevation. And I'm up here in the air quite a ways, about 24 feet off the ground. and it's scary. So anyway, I'm having a great time though. It's good. So if you like my videos, please feel free to like. If you like my content, please feel free to subscribe, and then hit the little bell so you get notifications every time I post something new. And until next time, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.